Hello and welcome to Kedrick Builds. We are back with another round of Satisfactory today, and yeah, we're gonna be getting going on hopefully finishing this phase 4 manufacturing now. We've got one of 3 items already being constructed over here, and I believe we're going to be able to get the rest of these done today. We'll find out. So last time we set up at the end of the stream here the assembly director, and that's using up these adaptive control units and the supercomputers, which we're going to need a supercomputer production at some point here today as well. Maybe I'll go ahead and add that to the list. I need supercomputers. But as you can see on our list here, outside of the Phase 4 manufacturing, we also need more aluminum. A lot of stuff is getting backed up by our lack of aluminum. We've already made 113 of these assembly directors, though. I'm excited that's going so well. Let me think. So since we're resource-starved, do I want to start with the resources or start getting the stuff going that we can? I think I want to start getting the stuff going that we can, because these things take a long time, and if I start them early enough in the stream, we might actually have all these built by the time we get to the end of the stream here. So we're going to focus on getting the manufacturing set up first, and then we'll go and beef up our resources. Johnny H, how you doing? Also, good to see you in chat early there, Bionic. I am going to figure out where to set up the magnetic field generator. So my goal for this floor was to kind of have our manufacturing up here, but also to have all the spaceship parts up here on the top level. And for some of these items, we're going to be building, I think I only need an assembler for the magnetic field generator, and we're going to be bringing all those versatile frameworks over in crates. But then I need these electromagnetic control rods. That's right. We were going to build these. We got all the components for them. I've got my high-speed connectors right over here. And off camera, I guess I should highlight this. I went through and put signs on most of my chests. All the manufacturers got a dedicated sign so that when we're flying around the factory, I can more easily figure out what's what. No more of this having to click into every single thing we fly by. I think it's going to help us save a little bit of time. And down here, I think I need to figure out where I'm going to set up for these electro rods. The electromagnetic control rods. These are going to use the stators and the high-speed connectors. Although I could do stator, yeah, that's 8 per minute. Okay, we'll do that. This is a way better recipe. So, where's a good place to stick these is the question. I'm probably not going to expand beyond this many rotors and stators because, well, I'm not even keeping up with it as it is. So we'll come down here to the end and we'll start a new production line right down here. And maybe we'll skip down a little ways. I'm just trying to think about how I want to do this. I need stators to do it, so I might as well run this down in the same line as my stators. Blueprints, assembler right in out. Get these pointed the right way. And how much space do I want to leave? Probably about 4 squares. So 1, 2, 3, 4 foundations. Put them here. We've got our Canadian lingo class here. I like it. All right. I've got that. I am going to need power, so let me run that to here. These are electromagnetic control rods. And we'll get these all pasted in, and that's going to be that part. Now I'm going to bring the stators back from here. Stator production is currently starved out. Our rotors are going to town. And we're filling stuff up here, but our stators, we're having a hard time keeping all these assemblers busy because we're short on the steel, what do you call it, the steel pipes. And so we're going to have to get more iron brought into the facility. We actually have an iron shortage, believe it or not. And the stators are going that way. And then I need to bring them back over here and up. So I'm going to bring them up to the ceiling on this side. And point them to my left. And we will bring them right down the middle line here. We've got lots of different parts of the factory that are running out of juice. Not juice. Juice would be electricity. We're running out of materials is a better way to say it. And I'm bringing this right down that middle line up on the ceiling, which is unfortunately not exactly where I need to be. But if I put this up here and turn it this way, and then I bring in a merger. No, I want to bring in a splitter, but I'm offset by a half if I do it that way. I think I'll just point it the way that we're bringing resources in then. We're off by the same amount here, but if I bring it in as a splitter, if I need more of these stators down here somewhere eventually, I can always split them off. A little bit of a jig, that's fine. And then high-speed connectors. Our high-speed connectors are up top somewhere. So let me just see where I can, if I've got a line to bring them down somewhere right from the manufacturers that we've got up on the top floor. And that's going to let me get to these easiest. I don't yet have a thing to drop them down, so I'm going to drop them down right off of this line. Bring them in like so. And then back down we go. We could probably put a hole in the floor somewhere so that I could go up and down faster than always going to the outside edge of the factory. Might be a good expansion idea for later. Looking for that hole in the floor here somewhere. Oh, there it is. I bet you this is my connectors. It's not going to tell me. Alright, well, let's see. We're over there. Where'd my hole in the floor go? There it is. So let me bring this down here. I'm gonna bring a support beam right over about here, I think. And then we will be angling over, I suppose. We'll do a little clipping through the main bus here because otherwise we'll have to create a mess. On the, I've got all turned around this line here. Lining everything up. All right, we got it. Let's run some belts. Where did it go? I know I ran some somewhere here. Oh, right there. going. More belts. And, oh, we didn't actually set up the input here. My bad. We're going to run this up here. Like so. All right. And now I've got some stators coming in. Not a lot of them, but enough to get started. We don't use a ton of them here, though. I guess 8 per minute, and I've got 4 of these set up. All right, we're using a few. That's okay. Let me get the storage blueprint going. I did find a couple more Mercer spheres, so I've got a whole 3 more of these dimensional depots I can get slapped down. And that's going to be, there we go, electric magnetic control rods. And then I just got to bring those up through the ceiling here. So let me figure out where a good place to do that would be. I want to say that's going to be lined up. We're going to try it. Like this. And let's go see where that hole actually ends up. What do we got? Let's, I don't even know. Let's go for this one today. I gotta go find some more tapes at some point. Oh, perfect. It's right here. All right. So this is gonna be where I set up my assembler for the whatchamacallit. I'm gonna just do one assembler. I know whatchamacallit, so high tech here. You know what? I'd rather have it be this way, so that when I run the output, I can have the crate, all the chests be kind of over there in the same spot. All right, so this is magnetic field generators, and I am gonna need a little power, and then we're gonna need storage for the versatile frameworks. We are going to do a double stack because I have so many of them. This way I can continue to tear down the other base. And here we go. Okay, so I need a versatile frameworks. Let's go grab those real quick. We're gonna have the second part up and running in no time. I'm excited about that. We got the truck down here ready to go, all fueled up, I'm sure. Hopefully I can get it turned around on this tiny little area. So it doesn't fit through the door up there, so I can't really take it into the train station. I guess I could make the door wider, or taller, but we can just get turned around. It wasn't that big of a deal. At least we don't have to go that far. If I'd been thinking about it, I would have hauled all these materials over here off camera. I just didn't even process that when we were doing everything else. There's only so many hours in the day for me to kind of get things ready and prep for the next big push of factory building. I try to leave the actual creation of stuff and getting things up and running for the streams, where a lot of the boring legwork, like putting signs on things for 2 hours straight, that was a load of fun. Versatile frameworks are up here. So we're gonna grab all those. And I gotta get down below to find the trigger for that. think this one's got a lot of them in it. I'll top off the truck, and then we're going to fill up our inventory as well. That's the top one. How about the bottom one? Here we go. These guys are still building a few. I guess we'll let that go. There's enough materials, I think, backed up in the queue to keep them going. I have tore down chunks of this factory. It's not all gone yet, but every time we come back, I try to take a few more buildings out every time I get one of these things kind of moved over to the other base. I've still got a handful of things left to do, specifically supercomputers, I think is the big one that I'm technically still had the manufacturing set up for over there, but I started tearing it down just before the stream. But we're going to be taking all these versatile frameworks up to the top. I've got an inventory full right now. And then maybe I'll dump some random items that I keep in my inventory for building stuff off in our spare crate over there, so I can haul more versatile frameworks up here with me. And I'm going to just dump them in the top. They'll all filter to the bottom over time. In theory, I could go dump these off in their individual containers around the base, but I think I'm actually full up on some items like these reinforced iron plates. I don't really need most of this stuff. In fact, some of these things I can just trash. Where is this automated wiring being used at right now? Up here. I don't know why I've still got some on me, but we need to pass that on to be used up. And let's go and get some more of this stuff. I should have checked the assembler to make sure it was actually crafting something, but it's such a simple recipe, I can't imagine that I hooked that up wrong. But it wouldn't be the first time, so we'll have to try and remember to check that on the way back up here in a second. Oh, there we go. I can fit the whole container this time. Well, that's what we're talking about. No more of these multiple trips. My phone is a buzzing. Apparently I'm streaming. I did not know. All right, that's going. That's going. This is going. So we're going at 1 per minute here. Takes 2 minutes to make them. So I'm doing 2 every 2 minutes. Okay. That's going to take a minute. That's going to be 500 minutes. That would be 8 hours to do it at the current speed. So we won't finish that in a 4-hour live stream. How long is this one taking to do things? This is going at 0.75 per minute. So you know what? I think maybe we need to use up a little bit of extra power. We'll do it this way rather than setting up more assemblers. Just keep things simple for these spaceship parts because they can't be used for anything else as far as I know. And, oh, you know what we could do? Do I have sloops? I do. Well, you know what? Let us double up our output in addition to overclocking. This is going to use an obscene amount of power, I'm thinking. But we have power to spare, and I will hopefully not forget where all my summer sloops went, because that could be a bad day. But this is going to massively increase how fast we're able to get through making the parts that we need for Phase 4. Yeah, we've got them. We might as well use them. So I'll go to making 5 per minute over there when it's all said and done. And I think this one's going to be 3.75 per minute. Not too shabby. And then our power grid is going to look like this now, which is quite a bit higher than it was, but I've got capacity to spare. All right, last trip, grab these versatile frameworks, get them loaded up, and then we need to head back over or well, not head back over. I think we'll have enough versatile frameworks for what we're trying to do here, but then we need to take a look at this next manufacturing thing that we want to get set up. It'll be nice if I can get these all going sooner than later. Oh, I don't have any more versatile frameworks. I took them all. That's right. So I do need supercomputers getting crafted. And then I need the thermal propulsion rockets. So let's go up to the roof. Let's see what thermal propulsion rockets are going to take. Say that 10 times fast. And then I'll also see about getting the computers running. Production, manufacturing, thermal propulsion rockets are turbo motors, the coolers, the fused frames, and whatever the heck these things are, modular engines, which we've got a whole bunch of made back at the base. We were making these out of the spaceship parts. Okay. So if I need 5 of these for every 2 of these, that means for 250, I'm going to need 500. I should have 500 of these back at the base. I'm not worried about it. All right, so I need manufacturing setups here. Let's get supercomputers going first, because if I don't do that, I'll have regrets. Two. Just making sure I'm lining these things up roughly the same. And supercomputer. What a horrible recipe. Computers, AI limiters, high speed, and plastic. I guess we've got all of those being made. So we will get things done here. I'm going to bring this over here so that I can have power without lots of clipping. What did we make here? This is the high-speed connectors. So that's super convenient. Let me just do that. Okay. What is our holdup on this? Nothing. They're just crafting away. Why do I not have any of them in this chest then? I guess they're going to be used somewhere. Supercomputers though. So now I've got this. I need plastic, AI limiters, and computers. Computers are one of these. So nice to be able to just fly around right here. And I'm already bringing them down below. They're backed up as well, which is great. Where did I take them when I bring them down below? Oh, all the way down. This is perfect. We're going to be able to grab those on the way, no problem. So let me get those 2 piped down then. And let me actually get the storage for supercomputers set up too, so I can put a sign down. I need to add to this blueprint the sign. How am I lining these up? Am I doing it right there? I think I am. That's what I need to do. Alright, well, since I don't have the sign on the blueprint yet, I'm going to put one there, and then I put one there, and then I copy the settings from here onto these so that they're just images. And then these are supercomputers. Actually, and then I can copy this and paste it there and not have to do it again. Okay. I need plastics, I need AI limiters, I need computers. So much like we've gotten used to doing before. All three of these right next to each other. We're gonna actually go down here, make sure that I'm setting them up the right way. Let's get it up. Alright. Now we're good. Computers, plastics, and AI limiters. I'll remember this for real this time. Computers is easy. Plastics should be relatively easy because I know I've got them down here somewhere. Let's see, computers. Where did computers go? I had them here somewhere. I've lost my computers. Oh, there's the AI limiters. Where are these coming out at? Right here? Okay. There's the computers. All right. And then they turn right over here. Let's head up. Okay. Can I... Why did I do this to myself every time? Okay, I need to just move these heavy modular frames over once and for all. Because they've been in the way twice now, and done with it. Is that lined up? That's lined up. Okay. This is a splitter. Ah, don't hit the floor. Nope, I'm like destroying random things, that's bad. Not going to use the multi-select for destroying this stuff right now. Alright, I've got all the old infrastructure taken out. Now I need to put this up here. I guess this is one of those situations where I could have ran the belt without pre-running all the supports. Might have been easier to look at it in hindsight. In fact, this one's in the wrong spot. Yeah, I can just run this however I want. Right there. Okay. Now, this should be a splitter. See stuff moving? I do. Alright. All that hassle just so that I can run some computer belts over here. Computers are right in front there, so what I'm going to do is hook this up like this. And we're going to come right here, and I need a splitter. So I'm going to do this a little bit different than I normally would, and I'm going to put the splitter on this side of things. Just trying to line it up in a logical spot at least, like the center of this, but I don't think I can because of the curve. as close as I can. Ah. And then I need it to come up to the ceiling. Just hold that in there. Oh, that looks atrocious. Let me see if I can bring it back a little bit. We go straight to... I don't want this mode. There we go, default mode. Now that I've got it up to the ceiling, center it on the line, and I can bring it down and in. That looks a lot cleaner. Now we're just clipping on one cross member. So all that was just to get computers over here. Now I need my AI limiters and some plastics. There's the AI limiters. So let's go ahead and take this line out and put in a splitter. I will then run that line back in, and we'll bring this line down the way. No! Ah. I hate when at the last minute I mess up the angles. There it is. Okay. These are AI limiters. Where is my plastic gonna come from? I should figure that out before we stick this into a specific slot. Plastics. Looking for the blue plastic. I see lots of circuitry and stuff going that way. Those are the heavy frames. Heat sinks. Motors. I can't believe I don't have any plastic over here. Oh, there's some plastic. So the plastic ends right here. Okay, well, I need plastic over there. So that means what we should be able to do is tear this down, take that down, and when I bring this back up, I'm gonna face it this way with a splitter. I'm gonna have it split from that side, and we'll, since we're already piping things across things, if I do it like that, now I'll have plastic in here again, and I can take my plastic out of this side, and we'll just continue to have a complete and utter disaster of belts over here. My goal being to run it down to here. And see if I can't get it into this. I don't know what I'm splitting right there. Is that rubber? Yeah, it's rubber. All right. We won't block the rubber. Okay, folks, I think we got this figured out. So plastic's gonna come in the middle, and AI limiters are gonna come in the right-hand side, and that should be everything for supercomputers. We're gonna go upstairs and find out, though. This is a really chill music track. I like it. think people need to. I think more games need to have really cool background music when you're doing stuff. It's clear as mud to you. Yeah, I know. It's all up here, and I don't do a very good job of vocalizing it sometimes. But we fed all of these super fancy materials into the machine. I've got supercomputers being made once again, which is great because I need supercomputers for Mark III miners. And that's going to be important as we try to solve our resource problems. Because we're going to upgrade a bunch of our source nodes to Mark III rather than having to go set up whole new stations in different parts of the map. I think it'll be easier for us. Let's go. Manufacture. Now I need thermal propulsion rockets being made. And that's going to require all kinds of fun stuff that we're already making. I love it when we're already making something. So I'm going to put that down right over on this side. Blueprint, double manufacture. Lock that in and check our front alignment. Alright, now I am going to do the double manufacture on this one just because it's easier to set up, and that way I don't have to overclock it. Thermal propulsion rocket. And that means I'm not going to do one of these. We only need 250 of them. I'm just going to set up a standard storage container for this. Out front. But we will put a sign on it because I am becoming a bigger and bigger fan of the sign. This is a thermal propulsion rocket. As well. Now we need to get some power hooked up. And we got to start running stuff into here. So, holy buckets, is there a lot of stuff. Modular engines is going to get piped in. So we're going to set up a regular storage container for those because I don't think I have that many. Right there. And let me just put a sign on this side real quick. What was that? Modular engine. Okay, I gotta bring some of these back, but let's finish hooking this up first. Turbo motors, cooling systems, fused modular frames. Might need to move that back a smidge. We got room. Okay. So I'm bringing those over. I'm bringing these in. The turbo motors and cooling systems are both being made right up here. The fused modular frames are being made on the bottom somewhere else. Or maybe the cooling systems are being made somewhere else. Turbo motors. Cooling systems must be being made in the blenders on the other end. But I'm bringing them in. Yeah, I'm bringing them into the turbo motor facility. So let's go see about bringing this stuff back over. I need to pipe my turbo motors down. Okay. then let's see where the cooling things are coming in right here. That should be this line. That says rubber. Cooling systems. Yep, so cooling systems are here. I'm trying to run them over there, so I can pipe those out. That's no problem. Let me figure out where I dropped the hole here for our motors. Okay, turbo motors need to down 2. And I've already lost, I'm bringing them way over there, but I'm going to bring them straight down to start with, so. They can go there. Go here. Bring them all the way to right here. And they'll curve. This way. Alright, let's see how well this works. Go, turbo motors. Oh no. Okay. Oh, I built one closer. I'm like, how did we not think that was going to be too far away? My hope is that on the ones that go the other way over here, once we make this 90 degree, is that I can get my cooling units to come in right above me here, and we'll have 2 resources coming in all at once. So let me just grab those while I'm thinking about it. That's right here. Ah, come on. That's there. All right. I need a splitter. And I need it to be in the middle of this to the best of my ability. I'm trying to figure out how to do this without it being super off. Yeah, that's not exactly what I would call straight. That's not as bad as it looks. Hang on. I'm going to use not straight mode. And it's definitely curved, but that's fine. And here. What was the other thing that I need over here? AI limiters? No, that was the last production we did. Alright, let me go double check before I get these things all hooked up. I want to make sure I'm not blocking myself. I just can't remember. Oh, I can just do it down here. What is supercomputers? Not supercomputers. What is thermal propulsion rockets? Oh, that's the fused doohickeys, and they are down over there. Am I using those for anything yet, or am I just putting them into a storage box? Let's go find out. I don't see them coming back this way anywhere. That's these things. And no, I think we were just building them for the research unlocks, and we haven't been using them yet. That's great, because it means we've got tons of them built up now. And I can bring them over and down anywhere over here. And since I need to be over here with them, what I'll do is put these two here. top one in right there. We'll bring the bottom one in over there. And I will bring our other stuff in from the backside. We're going to take the easy path here and just run this back along the top with us. Not too bad. A little bit of clipping on these belts in places, but I don't know. It bothered me when we were getting started, and now I think I'm at a point where I just don't care anymore. Welcome back, Bionic. Okay, I'm gonna get this thing run up to the ceiling. Why am I doing things badly? Run it from this side and then get a better angle into that belt, hopefully. So, all right, I think that's everything. We're gonna go upstairs to check, but I think we'll have these thermal doohickeys getting created. Thermal propulsion rockets. Yeah, we got all the materials coming in now. Turbo motors is going to be a bottleneck. I need the modular, whatever those things are called. Let's go pick them up from the base. We'll bring back some more of the versatile frameworks too, because I think we were still had a few of those in storage. I should make a bigger platform here just for, turning the truck around. Save me some time. All right. We need the last of this, and then it's just nuclear pasta, which I thought was going to require nuclear power of some kind. No, it's the fused frames and something else, I forget, but it's super easy to make, so I'll be able to bust that out real quick here. Yikes. Well, that thing acts as kind of a little bumper, but not enough to get me back up on the road, apparently. Oh, no. At least there was water. Okay. Nope, and there's going to be wildlife, of course. Truck. And is it this machine? Yeah, this is the one that's been making them. So I only need 500 of these technically, so what is this thing even doing? I guess I'll just let it do its thing. Versatile frameworks, as many as I can take. In fact, we might as well just fill this truck up with these parts. That is here. Okay, so this top storage can go. We're empty up there. Smart plating. Oh my goodness, so many smart plates. I'm gonna pretend I didn't see those. And these are finally done. We're not producing any more versatile frameworks at the base. So as I said, once we move something over, we're finally just tearing it down. Not that I really need the components and such, but I think it just feels better seeing the base start to empty out up here knowing that we have indeed finished off another piece of the puzzle. And what was in this one? Nothing is in this one. And one of the next steps is going to be to move the space elevator over, but I'm going to wait until we're finished with everything that we're building right now before we jump into that. I'm going to put those in there. I'm going to take these back in my inventory because that's what we're looking for. What else can we tear down and bring back with us? I'm trying to remember what was the thing that we were struggling to have enough of. Was it computers? Computers are done. Might as well grab all of that. What is being manufactured over here? These were high-speed connectors, but we're done with that as well. Oh, look at all those high-speed connectors, though. Okay, we got lots of materials to bring back to the base. Oh, so many circuit boards, too. Not this trip. We've got an inventory full. Let's focus on one project at a time. I am looking forward to having our third round of stuff done here. This needs some fuel. Oh, actually, I have the room for it. Okay. I'll put those back in. We're going to go grab some of these other things to bring back. Can I put those in there too? Get as many of these materials as we can. We might repurpose this space for something else eventually. I don't know. But for now, it's all coming back to one base. Since some of these materials are kind of painful to build, filling out our buffers that we've already got going at the base is going to help us greatly in saving some time and materials. Although really it's just the aluminum and the iron that we're short on for keeping all the production moving, I think, in the base. Could have, if I'd set things up better for the output containers instead of leaving them at each of the actual manufacturing setups, it would have been easier for us to do, I think they call it a sushi belt, where you just bring everything in all in one belt and then sort it out. If I had it to do over again, this whole factory, I probably would have set up all of my storage not where I'm producing it, but on a dedicated floor. Alright, I have the mod... Oh, I don't actually have them in my inventory. What do I have? I have circuit boards. Watch, I'm going to get over here and the circuit board production's going to be full. These are all my assemblers. There's my AI limiters, which is full. Here's circuit boards. Not full. Great. I was going to be mildly frustrated if I was all full there. Now let's get the things that we set off on this adventure for in the first place. We need our modular engines. Up we go. I know that there's mods for Satisfactory. I don't know if they're officially supported, but I would love to see a mod for making the jetpack go a little bit faster, the hover pack, I should say. Alright, we're officially producing thermal rockets, 2 per minute between the two of these. As long as I can keep the turbo motors going, but I've got, what, 29 turbo motors, so I got 29 minutes worth of turbo motors in here right now. I envision we'll be able to create a few more before it's all said and done. And let's go check on our other spaceship components here, make sure that we're crafting at speed. We're up to 100, 250, we're halfway done with these. And then over here, I forgot to put a crate out in front of this. We are full up on these, actually. Oh my goodness. Well, it's a good thing we're checking in on things. Otherwise, we would be wasting lots of time. Now, I only need 500 or so of these, I think, so no sense going overboard with the storage. There we go. All right. I'm excited. We're good. We got 3 out of 4 cranking, and they should be done before the end of the stream. Let's get this nuclear pasta figured out. I'm also realizing I forgot to fill up the water bottle before the stream started. We may have to take a break when that runs out. Otherwise, I may lose my voice. All right, nuclear pasta. I don't know why it's called pasta. All this requires is a insane amount of copper and these pressure conversion cubes. The pressure conversion cubes require fused frames, which we have, and radio control units, which we have. So I just need to assemble those. I can do that down here on the lower level. What are we building here that I did not set up a sign for? Let's get our signs going. This is the electromagnetic rods, and we want this mode and no text. All right. Now I need to find what I'm doing with these fused frames. I know we just started using them somewhere else. Yep, they're going over there. And then the radio control units, which I know we're also manufacturing over on this end of the facility. So what I'm thinking is that I'll set up right here. Yeah, we'll set something up right in here so that I can bring it down. Blueprints, assemblers. These are going to be right in, right out. And this is my line. I've already lost my line. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to figure out how I want to line this up in relation to other stuff. Got it off by 1 as well, that way. Can I get a whole one over? No. Okay. Let's try this again. Like so. And then if I leave room there, because that one might need to get expanded, I go centered on that one. That'll be in line with that one, and it puts me in a great spot to drop these down. So here we go. And this is going to be nuclear pasta. So it's not in the space elevator section, which means I'm not even doing nuclear pasta, I'm doing pressure conversion cubes. These may be used for something else, is my point. So we will set up a normal storage setup for them. This is my last storage setup. That's right. And let me get the signs out. I really have to spend the 2 minutes to go upgrade all my blueprints eventually. This is for the pressure cubes. Get rid of that. Okay. Pressure cubes it is. Fused stuff is up there, so I'm going to just bring this right up to the top. And I can... actually, I'm gonna... Oh no, what did I do? I was gonna see if I could have this thing auto-connect to the splitter. But before I do that, I'm going to try and get the splitter on the line lined up. Like that. And then we'll replace this. No, it didn't connect. Put a belt in there. Okay. First items. Oh, there's no power. I'm like, why isn't anything going into this? We do require power in our facilities. I'm going to bring this out over here. And I guess I'm going to just bring a line down the way here so that we've got power. All right. First bit done. That is the fused modular frames. Now I just got to find the radio control units over here and drop them down and start using them. I feel like I'm already using them somewhere, but I don't know where. It's going to be easier to go upstairs and see. I think that's them. Yes. Okay, that's right. I'm not using them downstairs. I was using them up here. That's all right. We can drop them down here. Easy peasy. Like so. And I'm going to bring them here. This is in the center of my platform. Perfect. All right. Trying to figure out the best way to run this stuff. I'm not gonna do it there. Ah. I'm gonna need to run it into this spot here eventually. So I might as well drop that down too. And I just want to check my alignment. That's going to be me having it with one right on this thing. Okay. That should be enough. And then I'm going to put one more in here. And this is in the middle. I should be able to get this far. There we go. Let's try this out. Radio control units. Ah. Okay, I like how it looks. I'm just trying to make sure it's hooked up the right way. Go. Perfect. Of course, oh, well, we do actually have some coming in. We're not going to have very many of these out of the gate. But I've seen at least one come down the line, which is better than none. I suppose I can always come in here and borrow a few stacks to get things started. Okay. So from this, which is only half of our nuclear pasta, I now need a ton of copper powder. So I'm going to go downstairs. I'm going to figure out how much copper we've got. We may need to bring some more copper in to handle this. I think my copper's all on the far side over here. Man, I feel like it's been night for half of the stream. Need to figure out if there's a way I can just make it always daytime in Satisfactory. What is this? This is copper sheet production. Copper sheet is a pretty low volume construction item. I guess all the copper stuff is pretty low volume. How is this doing? That's good. What am I piping copper ingots up for? Oh, I bet it's to make the aluminum. Oh, that's actually super useful. So if I've got copper over on this side of the factory already, I can just bring that in. I can just bring that in for making the other stuff that we need. Not there. Is it here that I'm using copper? No. Where am I taking my copper to? Oh, I'm taking it upstairs. What? Oh, I am. Right here to make sheets. So if I just need copper, and I'm already bringing copper in, oh, this is going to be super easy. You know what? I'm going to feed it off of the same belt. That might make a mess. I'll split it here. But that's going to be constructors. And we'll put those constructors right down here to feed that way. We'll just make our nuclear pasta in this area. We'll violate some level of the plans on this factory by doing constructing on a assembly floor. But I think it's worth it. No, too far. Okay, if I do it here, this is a left in, left out setup. I'm worried I'm not going to have enough room here. Back it up a little bit. Center my output. That might not be enough room still. We're going to start here. I need to figure out how much of materials this recipe is going to take. Copper powder. That's a lot, but it makes 50. And then how much do I need for my nuclear pasta? I need 100 per minute and a half of a pressure cube per minute. Alright, so if I need 100 a minute and this is making 50, that's 100, 250, so I can support 2.5 constructors with this much. Not that I know if I need that many, but we'll start with this, because then I can double it up and it'll be good for a 4 set. Because I make my assemblers in sets of 4 as well. Cut across like so. We'll get the recipe copied in. And then I need to split this material. I will take the easy approach and just split it. I'm trying to think how I want to do this. I'm going to bring this up out of the floor. split it like this. We will, whoops, hook this back up. Gotta face it the other way and get rid of that little jig, but that's fine. Then if I run all these in here, I should start making plenty of copper powder real quick. Yep. All right, and then I just need to set up the assemblers for the nuclear pasta, which will be done right on the other side of this. Oh, it's exciting. It's all coming together. That's in the right spot. Get it centered up. And of course, this one needs to come in from here. This one we're going to run up to the ceiling, and we'll bring our copper powder back up there. This is going to be... Where'd it go? Hang on. Nuclear pasta is made in a particle accelerator. Hang on. Hang on, folks. That's a whole different recipe. What is, pray tell, a particle accelerator? Use electromagnetic fields to propel particles to very high speeds and energies. The specific design allows for a variety of processes, including matter generation and conversion. Power usage is extremely high and varies. Oh, and it uses all kinds of special things to build. Oh, and it's bigger than a factory floor. Yes, that's going upstairs. Oh, look. Conveniently, there's nothing here yet. Well, I'm going to save this space for one more manufacturing setup of some kind. I don't know what we're going to need it for yet. And I will put the particle accelerator down over here. I'm going to leave those two full setups. Where do I want this thing? So I'm going to leave those two. And then I'm leaving two on the outside as well. Let's see how this lines up. Got an output over there, an input over here. Yeah, I could live with this. Oh, it's huge. All right. Well, let me find a better spot for this power pole. This can come over there. This pole can just plain go away, and I can put that up directly to there if I need it. I don't even know if I need it. And then this can come back and join the pole over there for now. All right. Nuclear pasta. That's a scary amount of power. We're gonna put it right through the floor for both of these. There we go. Oops. Okay, where am I at here? Right there. That's not too bad. So if we run one backwards and one forwards, we should be good. This is going to come up from here. And go into this one. And over here, I just need to run my belt all the way back to grab our copper powder. Which is going to come up on the other side of this belt, unfortunately. It is what it is. Let's put in... Did I leave enough room? This is where I think I might have made a mistake because I thought I was going to be doing something else. I put in enough room to put a storage box in, just barely. And up to the ceiling we go. And I'm going to face it that way. That way I can bring it straight into this belt here. Awesome. All right, we have vast amounts of this coming in. Oh wow, this is 300 a minute. So 2 of these is almost maxing out a belt. 3 of them is more than maxing out a belt, and I'll never use the other 2. It's inefficient power-wise. I'm going to leave it there for now and see what I need to do here. These are waiting on radio control units, for better or worse. Let's go up top and see how the nuclear pasta setup is looking. We are waiting on pressure conversion cubes. Did I forget to hook them up? Be the kind of thing I do. Oh, I bet you the pressure conversion cubes are all going into the dimensional depot right now. Pressure, yep, that's what's happening. Okay. And that's because I don't have enough radio control units. I've got a few. They're just stacking up. The whole manifold thing takes a while to balance out. So we can come up here and toss these in by hand. So we're only using half of one per minute. So you had to make 100. It's going to take 200 minutes to make this. Let's put some output multipliers in here. There. Now it'll only take 50 minutes to do, or 100 minutes. I'm sorry. It'll take 100 minutes, a little over an hour and a half to make our nuclear pasta. Assuming I can come up with enough of these. 37 at half per minute would be 60, 74, something like that. It's gonna blow up. That is a scary amount of power going on there. Let me look at our, oh my goodness. Let me look at our power grid. Power grid's going up and up, but we still got the power for this. So, with all of that done, we need to figure out how to do a few more things. So on our goals list here, we have got all 3 of these into manufacturing. I got supercomputers set up. I need more radio control units. Gotta figure out what's slowing us down on that. And then we just need more, which is not a problem. That's the stage of the game we're in, folks. So let me go check our radio control units, see what we're short on. It's the aluminum casing. I need more aluminum. Okay, well that's easy. We know where the aluminum is. There's at least 2 more bauxite nodes over here. And you can see I've got refineries in the blueprint designer already. The idea being that this is a really inefficient way to get aluminum back to the base. I don't want to have to bring the scrap back. I think we need to be bringing the bauxite and stuff back, because if I expand my aluminum, that means I'm going to have to run even more belts back, even though it's only a short way. It's just an inefficient way to do this. So I was looking for a better way to process the aluminum scrap on site by bringing the bauxite here and then processing. And we do have water below us. I'm pretty sure I can pipe some water up from down below. And I was thinking I could do refineries in here and do our aluminum processing on site. My only struggle was they come up through the floor. This bottom floor is not big enough, so I'd have to like take a section of this and drop it down even farther, which might actually work good, because then we're closer to the water, and if I pipe my water in from right over there, everything might work out. So before we do that though, what I want to do is just head back over here and see what I can do to improve our bauxite as it stands right now. And then if I need to, we'll run another belt. So over to the bauxite we go. Now, I can't remember if we set this one up as a tier 3 miner already. I feel like I did. It's the kind of thing I would have done. Yeah, I'm bringing in 600 a minute from this one. Perfect. So let's process, and there should be another bauxite right over here somewhere. 400 meters, 350 meters. Oh, mistakes were made. Switching jetpacks. Okay. It's right down here somewhere. It's a little farther away than I was expecting it to be. Oh, there it is. Now, I want one of these. There's probably an impure and a normal. That one's impure. Let me go check the other one real quick. Oh no. Got a well-oiled machine going. I know, it's starting to feel good. I'm really curious to see what the end game is like. You know, once we're done with phase 4, there's one more tier of research, and I have no idea what the story part is gonna entail. There it is. Oh, okay. Oh, it's a normal, too. Can't aim to save my life. Alright. That should give me some breathing room to actually construct some stuff. So I'm an idiot, and I didn't bring all the materials necessary to do this. Let me see if I can just craft them. Portable miners. In my mind, I was going to be upgrading some of the existing miners to Mark IIIs, so I didn't craft them ahead of time. Alright, that should be enough. Production Mark III miner. Where am I bringing these materials back to? Over there? Let me get some foundations on the world grid. Production. Oops, the miner. A square. Looks square to me. Okay. I don't actually know where I need to go, so we're just gonna zoop for the win and hope it all works out. Oh, we need to go way over there. That's okay. I'm gonna bring it straight this way first. Then I'll just run it along. This way, when I do eventually do what I was just talking about, of bringing the refineries back into the base, this will work out better. I hear Sounds of something that I need to find. Oh, it's right here. Oh, is there another one right here too? Well, we can't just pass that up, right? And I've got the detector out and everything. Hear it. Please don't kill me. Stuck on a tree. I'll take it. All right. Well, with that minor silliness out of the way, let me find the chainsaw. Clear these branches out of my path. I'm excited because this will more than double, I think, our aluminum supplies. Because I want to say once I mark through this, well, let's see how much it is. Mark 3, and I double 250% up. It should go to 600 per minute. Yeah, so this will be a doubling our supplies. And I could run a bigger power pole out here, but it's not that far really, so I'm just going to run regular power lines along our little path here. And what that'll let me do is actually use our hover pack to bring the belt back. Every little bit we can do to make our lives easier is worth the effort. And we're gonna get this going right down the middle. And I can go one more. I always forget that it's different than the pipes. Okay. Well, the other factory is dropped down a bit here too. I'm trying to think about how I get these lined up. It bugs me that they're at different heights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But I'll have to go up. I'm gonna do that. And I'm gonna try and bring this right up to the edge. Bring this right around the corner here. I am going to center this one on here. Remember to build some more radiation filters eventually here. We've been slowly using them up, doing all this stuff going back and forth across the bridge all the time. Oh, what did I do? I pushed a right mouse button by accident, I think. Alright, now the bauxite. Let me think about this. So this is a perfect system, 2 for 600 bauxite. So I don't want to mess with this. What I want to do is just create another copy of it and do the same thing. So that's 3 and 3. So 1, 2, 3. And then I can do the same thing with these. And we will not hook the water systems to each other because it took me forever to get the water balanced out. It turns out that I had some Mark I pipes in certain places, and we were running into... Oh my gosh, they're backwards. We were running into issues with our pipes getting full, and then our aluminum production shutting down. And it turned out because I had Mark I pipes when I need Mark II pipes. Okay, let's pay attention before we hook everything up this time to which way our pipes are facing. 1 refinery, 2 refineries, 3 refineries. Materials going in. We're going to split the materials coming in from... We'll bring them in from the back of this one. That way we can do this. And then we will put this down for water. We're going to need to get another water pump set back up. That's there. Alright, and then I need more room is what I need. I guess we don't need all the space we had here for things. So I can put these a lot closer to each other. That should work. Okay, let's try this. I want to do these setups first, just to make sure I've got enough room in here. Splitter, oops. Bring my coal in from the same side. Hopefully I've got enough coal. I guess we can always overclock the coal if I haven't done that already. Go check that. How much coal am I using? 120 per minute? Holy buckets. We may already be at our capacity on the coal. Yeah, I'm using... Wow. I'm under on coal. I've got... How is that possible? I'm bringing 300 back. If I'm using 120 in each of those, I'm actually 60 coal short on being productive here. How did I not realize this earlier? Or maybe I did and I just forgot. But yeah, that's out of coal, that's out of coal. Alright, so coal. Okay, there's one that way and one over here somewhere. Where's this one? Doesn't seem that far away, but it must be down the cliff. I feel like I'm... Oh wait, it's right here. Hang on. I wouldn't have buried a coal node, would I? I did. Ah. Okay, my bad. Well, on the one hand, oops, on the other hand, convenience. Let's see if I can figure out how we're gonna do this. I feel like with the direction this stuff is facing, I'm gonna have a real hard time pointing it any way but out that way. How are we gonna do this? Okay, I'm gonna get rid of that one. Zoop mode. I'm doing this just so that I can get the thing locked onto or lined up with the world grid mode. Okay, if I point it that way, it's actually not that bad. I'm gonna bring it up like so. And point it towards me. I think that's the right height. Let's find out. Nope. Again. Perfect. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna move it over. We're gonna bring this right in here, and I'm gonna run it alongside center, so like so. Perfect. All right. Need to run my power poles along these paths so I can zip along with my hover mode. I never want to pause to make the, normal improvements to the base. Just too much productivity to be had by getting the resources moving. All right, now I need the coal to come over here. I'm gonna do that, and then instead of this happening, I'm gonna switch this around and go the other way. Now, why did I have so much coal all of a sudden in the other base is what I'm worried about. Doesn't seem like the kind of thing that should have happened. No way to know. And I need to put my splitters back in, but facing from the left, because that's where we're bringing the coal in from. That down the line. Okay. What are these making? These are making sloppy aluminum. And these are making aluminum scrap. Okay. Now everything needs a little bit of power. So let me bring one of these over here. That hooked up. And I gotta do the same on other side. That going. Okay. Here we go. Sloppy aluminum. Alright, I think I've got it. Bauxite's coming in. We need to finish hooking up our pipes on the back for the water. Got no coal coming in, and then I have to set up water. So let me just go do the coal real quick. That way when we want to get this hooked up with the water, we can test that everything's working appropriately. I think I just forgot to hook the miner up to some power. And this one is capable of bringing 600 per minute in, which is better than that other coal node that we had. So I will be able to loop this around and fill out the coal on the other side as well with our excess, and that should help us keep all of these refineries moving now. So let me get the water going next. Production, water extractor. Oh, that's right, these are a pain to get set up. I'm going to convert this all up to Mark II water just for the fun of it. And then I need to bring water from the front of these to the back of these too. Well, one thing at a time. Let's bring the water. Can I get from all the way there to up here? Oh, I can. Oh, let's just do that. It's a little ugly, but it works great. And up here, same thing. Let's get this water going. No idea if I'm leaving enough space for my other connectors, but we'll deal with a little clipping if I have to. How hard is this? I find that the pipe connections are so much harder than the belt connections most of the time. Okay, that should be water. Did I forget to plug this thing into the power? Probably. Okay. So I have bauxite, I have water in theory. What do I need still? This stuff needs to get piped out. Yep, definitely clipping. Should have put the pipes further out. And this is going to create way more aluminum than I can process. So how did I do this? These are smart splitters, so the overflow could go out the side. Okay. Mergers. Go this way. We'll pretend that we'll get one for a second here. And we'll be bringing that back in another platform, so let me get those going. Ran out of juice. chainsaw. Okay. And I just need a few more platforms and we're all good. Alright, that looks good. I'm going to do the same thing where I bring the extra aluminum down here. So what the plan is here is I'm going to bring a full belt back, and I might as well just run that belt now while I'm here. And then I will merge the excess into the other belt next to me again. Remember how I did this. All three of these belts here, I should have enough capacity to bring back all of this because I can fit 2 of them per belt with a little room to spare. Which makes me think maybe I should just feed 2 per belt on each of them, and then I know for a fact how much aluminum I have on each belt. That would be easier than this big smart splitter mess. So let's do that. Gonna rework the whole belt system here. Get rid of all of this spaghetti. Okay. I love how each of these is a little bit different than the other one. Okay, I should fix this one. They need to be the same. Alright, let me see what we got going here. So this is started going. These are getting some amount of water, but this one needs to be overclocked, and I don't think I did that yet. We need 240 a minute coming into this. So let me get that overclocked. And then I'm ready to go. Okay. So rather than merging like this, we're going to switch this out. And I only want to merge 2 of them together. No, I'm going to do it this way. Okay, hang on. I know what I'm doing. We're going to send this, well, that's a splitter. We're going to send the merge this way for these 2. That'll go into the first belt. And I'm gonna merge from here. Then this one is going to come out there and into here. And this belt is going to connect to right there. And then these two are going to connect to each other like so. And this belt is going to be too short, but is going to come in over here. Let me see what's that look like. It's just pipes. We can deal with some pipes that are mismatched. And boom. Now we've got aluminum scrap coming out of all of these. All right. Maximum efficiency is almost achieved. Now we just need to figure out how to fix our coal. Can I put a merger right in here? I can put it right here. Actually, it's just the last one that's not got enough, but I want to make sure that the way splitting and everything else works, that everybody gets enough. I think that'll do it. It's a little janky, but we'll have plenty of coal. So last but not least, we need to flush the water network. Because I let everything run for too long and it gets backed up, and then nothing will operate correctly. So that looks good. These have all got full resources now, and none of our outputs are backed up anymore. Okay, perfect. These are good. This is backing up because my belt is backed up here because we're not doing anything with the aluminum scrap just yet. So we're going to go get the next aluminum scrap processing set up so that we can handle all of this scrap back at the base. And then we should have solved our aluminum problem for the radio control units, which will be exciting. Cover up some of these big holes. And this comes in down here. And then similarly, we bring this down way to the floor. And what I need to do now is rebalance these. So I'd set these up to handle a maximum belts, and now we're bringing in a little bit less than a maximum belt. We're bringing in, how much are we bringing in? 360 times 2, 720. And we're handling 60 per, so 120, 240, 360, 240, 360. Right here is where I should stop. Wait, is that right? 120, 240, 360, 120, 240, 360. Yeah, right here is where I should stop. Rather than before, I was trying to take a full 780 belt. So, I'm gonna stop this belt, and I need to rework these two splitters. So this one goes back to how it was. Everything is off by a half step. I hate how I set this blueprint up. I have to try and fix this at some point. Oh. And this splitter needs to be this way. That's a merger. That's a splitter. H. No. Okay. I'm having all kinds of problems here, folks. Splitter. this is a splitter. That is set up correctly. No. What? This is not a splitter. Splitter. There we go. Okay. H. Get it lined up. This goes there. This goes there. Splitter. I'm going to come in from the back of it. And run this. Oops. Run this over here. Run that over there. Run this into here. Okay. So now I've got this line, and that means that I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How did I end up with 6 of something? I must have mucked with the blueprint. I'm going to get rid of these two. Should let me set this up via a blueprint again. Yeah, this is the one that I split, so I got 4 and 4. Okay. Blueprints. I need another 4 smelters left in out. Or another 8 smelters, I mean. That'll give me a total of 12, which should be full belt. Let's see, this one, yep. Control copy, All right. That'll be another full, or not a full belt, but a full belt of what we're bringing in. And then I'm going to need one more line of these to handle the third belt that we have. And that line we may have to bring back on a different set of belts here, because if all of these got going, our aluminum's going to fill up. So I'm just thinking out loud here. What we're going to do is put these in, but leave myself a little bit of a space so that I can pipe them up and over. So here we go. Blueprint, smelter, left in out times 8. Figure out how to connect these. Yeah, I feel like that's enough space. Guess we'll find out. And we will be bringing those out with a stackable conveyor pole. We'll just put one right out here too. Do it all this way. Is not connecting. Air belt is too wait, what? what I just grabbed onto, but it wasn't the conveyor belt I was trying to move. And then from here, bring it down to the ground. Oh, that's probably a little too close. Let me actually bring this one out first. Okay. Problem solved. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I need 4 more, because I need a total of 12. Left in out. 4 smelters. I feel like this recipe is going to need just a little bit of love. Those are the ones that don't have good belts, if I remember right. And that's a major problem. Not so much the ones on the insides, but the mainline belts all need to be the fastest that we got. And let me get this hooked up to there. I gotta get some recipes going too. Okay. Might have missed one. Nope, they're all green. Exciting. Just get these belts caught up to speed. That's all looking great. Now, on the back side of all this, I need to get them up and above this line. So let's do the stackable conveyor poles. And just gonna put them in a few places here. Doesn't need to be too pretty. Be able to run them straight into there. I think that's actually too high though, so I'm gonna just run them at the appropriate height right out of the gate. I suppose I didn't actually need this setup because we're right there. Whew. All right. That should do it. Look at that. We're actually making a surplus now. And I have them going up and down. All right, all right. All 3 of these belts look healthy. No, that one is empty now that we've gotten through the backlog. I don't know what is beeping down here, but it is driving me nuts. Okay, all of this looks better now. We're actually producing our aluminum tray things faster, but I need to go check on why this line of aluminum is running out. It's always something in this factory, folks. And as soon as we get this problem sorted, this should solve our radio controls and our aluminum, so I'm really curious then to go check out where we're at with spaceship parts. Okay, why is this Hello. The water is full. Okay. This is full. Our aluminum solution is full. Aluminum solution's full because our water is full. This is what I was talking about. I need to flush this system. So it got full, and there's nowhere for it to go. It's one of those perfectly balanced systems where everything has to flow just right, or it backs up on itself. Now this is staying empty as we go. No buildup. Double check these. No buildup. Gonna check all 3 of them. Yeah, we're pretty good. Now I'd expect that aluminum backlog to go down over time because I'm only merging 2 things together. And 360 times 2 is only 720. And our belts are capable of 780. So over time, we should clear out this aluminum scrap backlog that we've built up. All right, everything's flowing though. Let's go back to the base and see how we're doing on spaceship components. Before I do that, let me just come over here. We've got the aluminum and radio control sorted. I also want to get more iron coming into the base here. We're not bringing back a full train cart every time, which we could definitely be doing. And I suppose we need to bring the space elevator back over here at some point. Copper powder. Wow, really? Let's go see what our copper powder issue is. Before I do that, though, I don't want to forget about this later. Okay. Well, disappointing that that hasn't been running. Somewhere over here I was processing that copper powder. Is it right here? Yeah. And this is all backed up because we don't have a lot of copper ingots coming our way. Well, copper ingots is a downstairs problem. Let's go see what's going on. I can see a lot of smelters not actually doing a whole lot over here for our copper. Make sure that we don't have a belt that's misconnected here somewhere. Copper ore slowly but surely working its way down here. We just out of copper ore? Well, we are here, so let's upgrade our needs. I thought I took this off. Alright, let's try that. More iron, more copper. This is all empty now. Okay. Iron and copper. Let's go down here real quick. We are bringing it out of here as fast as I can. Well, I could put another belt in like I did upstairs for the iron, but that doesn't really help me when I'm set up like this. I think it's more about just keeping it flowing. What's in here? Oh, more copper from our little construction project. So Not a long-term solution to our problems, but in the short term, that will keep the facility running a little bit longer. Let's go and upgrade some of our inputs from the train. I need to do 2 copper, and I have 4 iron nodes there, so 6 miner Mark IIIs is what I'm going to need. I need a few more of these portable miners. I not have a builder thing here. What is that? A equipment workshop that I need? I'll get 2 back from each of them, so 6, 12. I'll get 12 back, but I'll just make a few extras, have a few in my inventory here. We're getting closer to space. We are. I need to be more, pay more attention to chat. I think that you sent that like 5 minutes ago. My bad, dude. I get so engrossed in this game, just trying to do the math and figure out what to build next. I need to go downstairs and catch a train. Is the train coming? It is. Oh, look at that. Perfect timing. I catch a train back and get us a lot more iron and copper coming in here. So if I take a quick peek, that's only half full. That's more than half full. That's less than half full. Oh, I forgot about the limestone. Deuterium's coming in full. So yeah, I need to beef up all of the mining we're doing. That's not a problem. That's actually pretty easy. And I technically have coal I can split off at the base now that we've got that coal node in the corner. I don't know what we're going to need coal for. We're not using it for anything in base at the moment. But I should probably train a whole bunch back at some point. Well, I appreciate that you're hanging out and enjoying the stream so far, Johnny. Oh. You know, I should take more train rides. It's a nice break. I don't have to handle any of the interaction for the travel. Unlike even when I'm ziplining, you gotta hold shift down so that you're going at run speed instead of at the slow speed. So this is Deuterium. Next station, iron, copper, limestone. I'll just wait for the ride, I think. Enjoy the train sounds. This does take a minute, though. I think part of the reason that I'm full is actually that I didn't empty all the way out when we were back at the base. I'm probably not consuming Deuterium fast enough. If I ever got that hard drive over there. I had to have by now, right? Okay. That's only half full. Oh, why am I going up in the air? Wanted to check these before the train got unloading, and now I can't. That's less than half full, and I can't check the other one. That's okay. Let me think about this. Wow, the iron is actually completely backed up right now. I might need to bring more belts up so that I'm bringing it up to the top faster. The copper, though... Copper, we just need to get set up. Oh, I'm not even overclocking copper yet. I should probably think about that, but this is gonna double up our ore. the point where this is 480 and this one's 480. This is more than a belt's worth. What happens if I do that? 1200, 960, 720. So I could bring back a belt on each. So rather than merge these up, I think what I'll do is bring back 2 full belts of copper from now on. So let's stop doing this. And what we'll do is set this one up like so. And can I bring this down over like this? I can. And then what happens if I have this set up right here, but point it this way? All right. Copper problem's about to be solved, folks. I will need to figure out how to belt this up into our train, though. So I think what I'll do is set this up here. And I'm just trying to think about, how do I want to do this? I put a foundation out here. One of these walls out here. Oh no, lost my power. There we go. Just outside of the range. If I do it like this, then I can put this down to about here. And with any luck, bring that right up like so. Okay. That at least is going to double fill into this storage. Double filling up into the top is a whole nother problem that I'll have to work on. I am already sick of losing power, so let me see if I can bring this over right here. And I'm going to do the same kind of a setup for this one as well. Now for this, I'm already got so much iron that I could probably just stop merging this and have enough iron to fill a belt. Let me see, how much is this? 240. Yeah, let me just upgrade it. We'll do the math afterwards. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So now I'm going to have 480 on each of these. Holy buckets. So if I just merged 2 together, that would still exceed one of these belts. So that's 2 merged together. Let me get rid of this belt for a second. This one is going to come down here. But first, it's going to straighten itself out using the default belt. And I'm going to bring this right over here. There we go. Okay, so that's 2 that are gonna make more than a full belt. And then these 2, which are already more than a full belt, are going to be brought in like this. And we're gonna build a single stackable pole, because I think I can sneak them under here. That looks pretty good, actually. And another stackable pole. A little bit of clipping on the merger, that's fine. And there we go. Now we're gonna have this thing be full no matter what. 1 more to go. We're gonna fill this limestone up, and then I need to look at how I pipe up from my containers to the train. Hey, how you doing, Myro? I'm probably butchering your name there. I do apologize. All right, that's 480 per minute. And then this would be 720 per minute, which it will do perfectly for what we need back at the base here. Iron ore is going like crazy. Alright, I need to figure out how to bring more ore up from the bottom. So I think what I'll do is bring them up on the left-hand sides of each of these. And we'll put one... I'm trying to decide if I should put them right next to each other or one off. I'm going to put them one off to give me enough room to hopefully make that corner. So if I bring them out like this, I should, in theory, be able to bring them right back in like that. Alright. Mioru. There you go. Known to be making... I'd be making strangers on the internet try to pronounce it. I probably would have chosen something different 20 years ago. I know the feeling. That's where my name kind of came to be was, gosh, I was, what, 16 years old back in college, and came up with Keterk more by strumming my fingers on the keyboard than any meaningful thought. And now, years later, I have regrets, because it's not the most recognizable, pronounceable name. If I'd had any inkling that I'd try to be making YouTube videos for any extended period of time, I would have changed it. But it's one of those things where once you kind of commit to something and you've been using it for a long time, changing it after the fact is a little bit tougher. Oh my goodness, this is not gonna be possible though. This is way too close. How am I gonna make a corner like that? Like, even if I faced it like right back and around, I don't think I could get this to work. I don't know why it's trying to go. Oh, I put this the wrong way. Too sharp. try it one more time. Yeah, didn't think so. Okay, plan B. What is plan B? Face it this way. And then put a merger on it. And then have this go into the merger. Okay. That is not the prettiest thing I've ever done, but it works, so we'll do it again. Merger. Boom. Bring this down like this. Merger on it. Hook it up. I guess it has the added benefit that we can see what the material is at least. Just trying to make sure these are facing the right way. Okay. All the materials going up double speed now. Of course, we just had a train. Let's see if this fills up by the time the train comes back with all these materials come in. It makes me feel good to see belts be completely full like that. It looks cool, especially from way up here. But no, Kaderk was not my last name. I do have names that I've used that's a, what do you call it when you take the characters for something and then mix them up and make another word out of it? I've done that for other things with my last name, but Kaderk is random characters out of nowhere. I'm excited though because we are this close to the space elevator. We're out of water though. We're waiting for the train. How long until the train's here? I think I can actually see an estimate if I go to the train station. Timetable. Ore train. Next stop is the Caterium Depot. Doesn't show me the time on here though. Maybe the map shows me times. There's my drones flying. I love that I can see the drones. I think my train is somewhere here. I got so many dismantle crates. I need to figure out where some of these are. Some of them are like under the world. It just says operational. I feel like it should tell me how long until it's gonna get here somewhere. But no information here. I think the drones give me an estimate. Something gave me a time estimate, but I can't seem to remember what it was for the life of me. Either way, let's go check on the boxes here. So this one's not filling up yet, but these that are getting double fold is going good. Yeah, so the train will get a full load from the iron and the copper now, at least. I would need more. I would have to. Well, I don't have anything that I can speed the lime up. I could put just a little bit, but it's not worth the power cost. There's a warrior name given to me by my old martial arts teacher. Oh, that's fun. Used it for your first World of Warcraft character in 2006. There you go. Yeah, my name predates World of Warcraft. I'm old. I used mine was my first role-playing character name for Dungeons & Dragons back in the day. And I used it to play the original Baldur's Gate when it came out shortly after that, like within a year of that, so I don't even know what year that would have been. What year did BG1 come out? Baldur's Gate 1 release. 1998. Holy crap, am I old. That would be 26 years ago. Oof. All right, so I think 43 in 3 weeks. Oh, so you're my age. There you go. I feel old most of the time, but it's even worse when you're doing stuff with the kids. I've got a kid in college right now. He's in his second year of college, and we visited him last weekend, and it's just weird seeing your kids be adults and not need you for things, or still need you for some things. And I've also got a little guy. He's going to turn 8 here in a couple months, I think. 67. Well, there you go. But yeah, my knees are much older than I am, for sure. I was joking around with the kids that, you know, they don't need to eat Rice Krispies. They can just listen to me walk around the house, and you get that snap, crackle, pop. All right, I'm really curious to see how much iron I've got back in here. I didn't get a chance to check the train, but it should bring in a fair amount. I don't know if the cargo containers are the full thing. It's not quite a full setup, but I'll get 750 items a minute out of it at least. And it drains super fast. Let's go check on our smelting setup now. Well, we're not keeping up. We're going to need to come up with a solution that involves multiple cars of iron coming into the factory at some point. That is not a today problem, though. That is some other time problem. I'm going to come over here. We got 100, 200, 300, 450 out of the 500 I need for this. So we'll get here pretty soon. We need more supercomputers, not a surprise. What is holding up supercomputer production other than time? High-speed connectors, apparently. Oh boy. Well, where am I making high-speed connectors? I thought I was making them right here. What is holding this up? Quick wire, of all things. Well, that I think we can do something about. So let's go check on our other 2 parts real quick. We've only got 80 of these. What are we waiting on here? Turbo motors. Okay, what are turbo motors waiting on? It's like everything's waiting on something. Turbo motors are waiting on radio control units, which I thought we solved. Radio control units have the aluminum. They're still not doing amazing on aluminum. Let's see what this one's going to be at after it ticks over here in a few seconds. Because it looks like we are going to have some downtime, which is unfortunate. Yep, a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit of downtime on these things. So I'm tempted to see what I can do to solve these production things. The aluminum should be working itself out, though, because we, like, just doubled up our aluminum production. The turbo motors is the concerning one, though. And that we decided was the radio control units. So this should be using 6, 7.5. And I'm creating 9 if I can keep my aluminum flowing. Okay. So check in on aluminum. And then what was supercomputers? Supercomputers is getting held up on high-speed connectors. I'm using 10, like 11.5 or so. And I'm creating... Oh. I'm only creating like 6.5, and I'm using 11.5. That would be the problem. And I'm not even keeping up with what we're creating because my quick wire's running out. So let me go buff up the quick wire manufacturing, and then we'll come and add some more manufacturers. Quick wire is going to be down on the constructor floor. Over here in the corner. Quick wire is massively backed up. So it's not the manufacturing, it's the delivery. And it's probably because I'm splitting it a few times before I get up there. Where is this going? That's going into making circuit boards. So I'm using quite a bit for that. But somewhere else I'm bringing in quick wire for our manufacturing, and I don't know where that is. I must have borrowed the line off of something somewhere. So that's going over to the supercomputers, which is straight ahead of me. Let's go figure out where we borrowed a quick wire line from. Hang on. Something's not adding up. I must have gotten turned around on what recipes I'm looking at. Oh, because I'm looking at the wrong one. I wasn't looking at supercomputers. I'm looking at high-speed connectors. It's the one on the right. There's too many belts running around inside of this factory. Can't keep them all straight anymore. Right here? Yes, this little belt right there. Okay, where did I steal these from? I stole them from that production line when I should just bring over its own line. Although that's a nearly full belt most of the time. What are these being stole from? Circuit boards. That's coming up from right there. Yeah, we just need to bring another line over. I'll just bring it over right below the line I've got right now. That should be easy enough to do. I'll just bring them up like right behind the other line in the floor, and it'll be easy enough to just connect it to the same infrastructure we've already got. Oh, that did not get lined up how I wanted it to. Can I get this to go that far? I don't know. find out. I'm gonna bring this one up to this height. And instead of having that one go there, I'm gonna bring it up to the height below. Let me hook this belt up first. Hopefully this won't connect to it now. Just there. All the way down the line. Lots and lots of quick wire. Okay, let's see if I can figure out where I'm bringing that up. Quick wire is coming up right here. You retired when you were 55. 12 years later, you're still having fun. Nice. Yeah, I would love to claim that I'm retired, but I'm still trying to keep some stuff moving. Where am I going to bring this quick wire up? I've gotten into game development, which is a whole interesting mess of different things going on most of the time. Oh, that's pointed the wrong way. And it's a lot of fun, but it is also very stressful. It takes a lot to get a game out on the market these days. And luckily, I've had some really cool opportunities. I've been working with the Squad Built team on the American Farming game on mobile, and learned a lot. But my next goal is hopefully soon to get my own game out on the market. This is not where I should have ran this at all. Let me turn around and try this again. What am I doing? What am I doing? There we go. Okay. I feel like I hooked everything up and nothing's happening. Oh, we didn't hook things up down here. Where goes my hole in the ceiling, though? Really? I put it right behind the other one? Why would I do this? Alright. Don't look at that too closely, and the clipping won't bother you. All the way up with a whole dedicated belt of quick silver wire. Nice. That should help out a bit, because that'll be a full 720. From where I started out, we're doing fantastic. Yeah, I know. It's this is a lot better than it looked like in our original base, that's for sure. Okay, this thing has stopped because we're out of supercomputers. Let me see. This is 100, 200, 300, 450. I need enough supercomputers to do 50 more. And it's 1 to 2, so I need 25 supercomputers over here. We're gonna put these in. There we go. So those will be done in a few minutes. We were running quick wire for, well, we were running that to get supercomputers. I don't remember why I decided I needed supercomputers. But this solved my quick wire problem for high-speed connectors. Cousin's wife works for Digital Extreme in London, Ontario. Oh, nice. Yeah, there's a handful of big gaming companies in the like Mississauga area, as well as London, and I want to say Toronto has become, just the greater Toronto area has become a pretty big area for game development. And all the marketing companies and everything else that kind of goes along with that. I'm doubling up my supercomputer production, I remember now, because... Nope, that's not what was getting used in the turbo computers. Well, what am I doing? What am I doing with my life? I don't even know what's going on. Hang on. Let's do some math here. Turbo motors is slowing this down. So what I don't have that many summer sloops left. I was gonna put some in somewhere. This is gonna be done any minute. This side is more than done now. But I don't care if we continue wasting that stuff. So 2 out of the 4 are going to be done any minute now. What's over here? This was our copper production was backing up. Let's go check and see how that's doing now that we've got more copper. Copper is still in high demand. It's a good thing we're doubling the output of this one. So I need to go, I need to continue to figure out why copper's a problem. And this one was just turbo motors slowing me down. Alright, let's go look at turbo motors, see what it's going to take to keep this moving faster. Now we just did a bunch of work to get this going better. That was radio control units slowing me down. Radio control units slowing me down because I still need more aluminum casings. 9 of these. Yeah, if I could keep up, we'd be fine. I'll let that keep going. Copper and aluminum are my bottlenecks. Gotta go figure it out. Alright. This is copper. That is why my copper powder's a problem, because this is what's feeding it, and it's just getting like half of them. It's the wire doing it. Okay. The wire's fine. Cable's fine. I mean, we're using it, but not excessively. I think maybe this is all just catching up. Yeah, that's good. And what am I making over here? These are copper sheets. Am I catching up on copper sheets? Slowly but surely. What is this? Iron ore in my inventory. Yeah, I'm actually losing ground on copper sheets over time. Oh no. I guess it's technically going up. Kind of wibble wobbles here. Oh my goodness. What is this supposed to be? Iron ore? Oh. So I just need to bring in a crap ton more copper. Oh no, I've got copper. I just need to get it processed faster. I'm bringing it in 760 items a minute. This is what my belt is, isn't it? That's why I'm only bringing it in, yeah, 780. So I can't empty, yeah, the train's already coming. I'm not emptying all of this copper out fast enough. So it's going to waste. Do I have room for a second line of smelters like I did with the iron? No, because I started constructing something else behind it. Why would I do that? Concrete. Which I'm not making fast enough either. Well, I'm not sure what my next steps is here. We're actually not even fully leveraging all of our smelters. So I think step one is to get it brought up here a little bit faster. How did I do that for the iron? I brought it up on the side. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, there. And get it at the right height. Think sitting right here I could manage to eyeball this. That looks too low now. How come the other one makes it in there? What did I do differently? It's in the exact same spot. Oh, the box. I moved the box. Okay. Ooh, I was going crazy for a minute there. Okay. Let's go get this piping up. Out of here into there. Now we're unloading the copper. I wonder how hard the next tier of belts is going to be to make. I'm pretty sure that when we get to number 9, it'll be good. Warframe is one of her games. Oh, that's a cool game. I haven't actually played a lot of it, but I know somebody else who used to work on Warframe on the QA side of things, I believe. Small world sometimes. I'm just making sure these belts are all hooked up. We don't have any break up. That would be why these two don't work. It's kind of hard for the smelters to smelt when they're not plugged in. Never gonna get any ore. Okay. I don't think that's gonna solve our problem, but 2 extra smelters won't hurt. And having all of our ore get out of the train and up into this container quicker sure won't hurt us. Because then this will keep going longer while the train is going back and forth. We'll be getting a full load out of the train every time. Yeah, this should work out a lot better for us. Alright, so that's going in here. I think for our aluminum, we're going to have to go check on again. I was really expecting doubling up our aluminum production to solve this problem for me. But I'm not seeing a lot of aluminum scrap right now on any of these lines, which means we have more water problems. I'm not sure what to do about this. Maybe if I put an industrial buffer in, it would give me like that little bit of extra space so I don't have to deal with this. Like, the math works. I don't understand why this continues to be a problem for me all the time. I'm producing the same amount that I'm consuming. VP in charge of directing of the final video. Oh, that's fun. I love working on the art side of things is always a lot of fun. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I am going to put this here. And we're gonna put a big industrial buffer at the end of this. And hopefully what'll happen is if there's too much material, it will just go in here. Alright, I'm gonna give that a second. There's gotta be a better way to lay out the fluids so that this isn't a problem, but I'm thinking this should get everything back up and running and let this water drain out of here. Oh, see, it's still going idle. Why are we going idle? Like, I've got this stuff come all the way around back into here. Let's just flush the buffer again. Like, I don't want this thing to fill up. That's the thing, right? Is I don't want excess water. I've got the exact amount of water I need being pumped into these pipes. I think it's about where I'm pumping it in. I almost feel like I need the water pumps to be pushing against the back of this section and have all the water just run one way. So I feel like what's happening right now, by doing it the way I'm doing it, is this comes in and then it's pushing water all 3 directions. And I don't need water to push that way. I need water to flow this way. Which, I mean, it is, because it's going that way right now. Yeah, I mean, look at this. Where the water in this tank is definitely going up. And it shouldn't be. We shouldn't be seeing excess water. Two, 4, 6. These are draining now properly. But they're draining properly, and this thing is slowly going up. I mean, it's a little bit, right? It's a couple cubic meters every once in a while. I don't want to have to worry about managing this excess water all the time. Trying to think of a solution. Well, see, sometimes it's draining the water back out, like right now. Maybe I just needed a buffer and it won't continue to grow. So we're going to do the same thing that we did there and put one at the end of this part of the network for the other system. I do need more space for it, though. Let's put down a giant industrial fluid buffer over here. And run it from here to here. And I'm gonna flush the whole pipe network on this side just to start things off. And we should be good to go now. Although I've said this before. Alright, well, that's all I can do for the moment, and we can hope that this works out. Alright. Go check on this now. Yeah, we're fine on the aluminum sheet side of things. It's just this copper powder that we're in dire need of more copper for. I know where we can get some. I just know we're gonna need a whole bigger setup for, collecting all of the copper. Smelting all of the copper, I should say. I could stack a second line. The smelters aren't that tall. And run a second smelter line above the first one, except we got all this junk on the ceiling. We weren't planning on having multiple heights like that. This is looking better, though. Well, let me go check up top now that we've got these problems with the aluminum solved. Let's see if I've got more stuff coming into my radio control units again. Do. Am I going to have enough to not have downtime on them is the real question. We got to keep the machines going. Nope, we're out of water. It's close on this one. Not close enough, but... that's an input. We're at 120 of these out of 250. It's just turbo motors. What happens if I double my turbo motor production? How much does that cost? 4? Oh, we're short on motors? How is that possible? I have tons of motors back at the base. Thought we were short on radio control units, but apparently getting our aluminum problem solved has caused another backup. Well, if that's the case, we're going to take some of these components back and get the space elevator started to close up here. So that's all of the ones we need for this. And then do I have 500 of these? Oh yeah. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. And then I will grab what we've made so far of these thermal doohickeys. And we're going to go back to the base and bring back a bunch of motors. And let this run for just a little bit. We're so close. We've got all the components being made. We're just running low on resources. So I wanted to finish this up today, but maybe what we'll do... Well, we've got an hour. We'll see how far we get. This is in the way. I don't... Oh, I'm bringing back motors. I was going to say, I don't need it. I've got plenty of inventory space, but... we do actually need to bring some stuff back with us. Alright. I was going to say, you know, we really need to start bringing some other stuff in on the train. I need more copper specifically. Well, that's not true. I've got copper. I need to refine more copper. Which means I needed more space, or I needed to not block myself in with the, is it limestone? I guess I can move the limestone. It's not that much stuff there. Okay. What is it that I was gonna do? Put this stuff in the space elevator. There we are. 2 done. 1 is at half. The other one, I didn't remember to bring any parts. That's okay. Motors. Oof, our motor line is super slow. I'm gonna speed this up so that they get up here faster. Oh wait, I've got a nice box of motors here. I can take that and then get rid of this. I can just tear this all down instead. Oh no, what did I do? Bad things. I did bad things. All right. Materials in. And this comes right down to here. And this needs to be reconnected. All right. Deuterium crisis resolved. Motors need to get cleaned up here. Let's just take this whole thing down. And this is the smart plating. All right. Or cluttering up my inventory. Man, I don't need any of this stuff anymore. I don't know what that power line that I just accidentally highlighted goes to. I'm gonna hook it back up until we get further along here. More chunk of the base cleaned up. You know, oops, realistically, I don't need to tear this stuff down because it's not really doing anything, but what it does is it obfuscates what my the power amount that my factory actually requires. So I've been slowly tearing down these machines. Alright. Oh, we're occasionally getting some floor segments in here, that's alright. Opportunities to be able to go up and down in the middle of the factory. What was this? These were screws. Okay. Alright, we came out here for motors, and I feel like I've gotten distracted. Let me finish cleaning up this section that we just started, and then we're going back with the motors. I feel like with how much materials we're using that I almost need a whole train just for ore. Well, I mean, we've got an ore train, but just for the core ore, like iron and copper. I could bring back multiple cars of each resource. Trying to add a car of copper or iron into the existing train would be a little bit of a struggle at this point, though. Because I'd have to just make the train station a ton longer and bring it in from the back, I guess. I'm trying to think how that would work. We've got lots of quick wire already made here. What is in this? Lots of, oh, high-speed connectors, which we're coming up short on. We didn't think that through. Let me go drop some stuff in the truck, and then we'll pick up some of the stuff in those crates. We've got so many materials that we were making for so long in this base. Well, I had a bunch of versatile frameworks still in here from the last trip. I guess I should check the truck before we drive back. We're wasting capacity. We are not going to start in on the circuit boards. Take all. All right. We are getting distracted. Back to base we go. Look out, Bean. Alright, we got lots and lots of good stuff, and this is going to plug the holes that we've got in our production lines right now until we can bring more resources in. Maybe what we can also do, because we've got this nice flat thing here, I could turn that into like a smelting setup and do all of our smelting somewhere, you know, like start over with smelting alone and then bring in those resources here. So I've already got a train station there, is why that would be interesting to me. Oh, apparently it did not like trying to go up this ramp. Okay, what do I got? Bring as much of that back as we can, and it was motors that we were immediately short on. This is the wrong floor. Circuit boards. Motors. Let's go up. I've got high-speed connectors to distribute as well. Awesome. All right. I'm going to finish emptying the truck out, and then we're going to go check on the nuclear pasta, because I think we forgot to check on that before to see how many we had. High-speed connectors, versatile frameworks. Nuclear pasta's right over there at the physics thing. Particle accelerator. You could do another lower level on the mega base to make more room for smelting. I could. My only problem with that is there's a bunch of stuff coming in through the floor down there that I'd have to build around in some areas. It's not a huge problem, but it is a little bit of a hassle. Let me see. Versatile frameworks and such were needed over here. Say it was for this one. Yep. All right. Yeah, we'll have to take a look at the lower level here in a second. I've got all that I need of those. I don't even know why I'm continuing to build those. This production is actually done. I don't need to be making any more. I'm not making any more, so ignore it. Moving on. This production is now going strong because we have a whole bunch of high-speed connectors that we just brought in. This production is going better because I have plenty of turbo motors in this one for multiple runs and here as well. So whatever I did to my turbo motor production has gotten this back on track. I don't remember what the holdup was on turbo motors, but it was motors and radio control. So I've got a whole bunch of motors brought back. Motors. And our radio control units managed to catch up while that was going on. They're not quite up to normal, though. Aluminum is a thing. We're going to have to figure out why my aluminum won't keep up, but that's a phase 2 problem here. Let me go check on our nuclear pasta. We need copper smelting. Copper smelting is holding us up. Or not, yeah, copper smelting. I'm at 23 out of the 100 that we need. I need more aluminum, I need more copper. Still those. Where was I using these modular engines? Right there. Not that I need them. Okay. Let's go figure out what I can do to improve my copper smelting. This aluminum is aluminum still functioning 100%? Hang on. I think all 3 of those belts look pretty healthy, but I want to get a little closer and make sure. We've been away long enough that if it was going to back up, the water would have backed up by now. Yeah, that looks good. They're coming in good. Well, if I'm all the way over here, we'll just go out, or go under the bottom floor here. Okay, going down, going down. This is my smelting level. Let's move the concrete production. What is being constructed here? That's quartz, and I can't really expand past this stuff anyway. Let's do that, because all my concrete's going that way anyway. I'm going to lift and shift concrete production to this side. So that is constructors. And I'm going to have them line up the opposite way to those things, though. Where am I bringing in the concrete? Right there from down below. Oh, that'll be easy. I remember how I ran that. Okay. Blueprints. Constructor 5. Right in, right out. Yeah. But what I'm going to do is, unlike the other side, I'm going to come over here and start this as close to that as I can. Center my outputs like I do. Looks good. Now I'm going to put in one extra line of this. Okay. So we're going to have all of this coming in. Coming back out. We're going to have storage for it all. Oh, it's off by 1. Oh well. Not gonna sweat that. I messed it up by 1 little spot. And let me get them connected to each other. I'm gonna just drop the 4-hole in. Then I'm going to hijack these lines here. Okay. I'll let that finish processing, so I'm picking up concrete, not limestone. Let's look here. This needs to come over to there. Now I've got power. This is concrete. 2, 3, 4. Pasting new recipes. All right. Now that I've got that out of the way, was this my concrete line that I tore down? We should have paid more attention. I think it is. That way with it. This up a little ways. And belt. All right. Now I just got to bring the concrete up from down below. Let me get rid of these setups. Okay, let that keep going. I'm going to go under and reroute my concrete now. Did I get this set up? I did. Exciting times. All right. Oh, this will actually be even better, because before we were running it way over there through a pipe. Now I won't have to run it through a pipe anymore. Nothing under here anymore. I got rid of the hole already, even, it looks like. Bring this down. And bring that in. Running like a dream. All right. We're getting closer, folks. I think I've got answers to all our problems. Just want to come check on the concrete now, make sure it's running in. Yep, got concrete going in, got concrete going out. And it should start backing up all the way down the line. I use a lot of concrete per minute, or a lot of limestone per minute to make concrete. All right. So with that out of the way, we're almost done with the limestone in these constructors, or most of it. So I'm just waiting for that to finish up here. Got 3 more ticks, and then I can do blueprint mode destruction. So we'll start back here. These are turning yellow. There we go. Just got to drop out the connector belts and it's that easy. Perfect. Okay. Now, here's the problem. My recipe that I made the blueprints for with a high back are... I only made a right. I didn't make a left for it yet. So I think I need to go upstairs and do that because that's a lot of smelters to place and fix by hand. Because what I did is I ran a set with them all up instead of down to make it easier for me to connect a second belt right over the top of it. So I think the blueprint designer is right up here. Clear it off. Load a blueprint. This is smelter 8 right and out. So if I load that up, now what I can do is figure out which way is which. This is the back. Just need these to all be lefts instead of rights. Have a good one, Bionic. These weren't even hooked up in the blueprint either. Yeah, see, I wanted to use the select multiple things, but I keep grabbing things I don't want to delete. Oh, and I deleted that thing anyway. Okay, these are the outputs, and I'm doing left in outs now. Merger, and it's gonna go left. And then I need a splitter. Comes from the left. Unlike last time, let's remember to hook these all up to each other. Oops. So this is left, in, out, up. That makes sense, right? Right. 8 apiece, going down, down, down to this floor, and now we can run a whole bunch more smelters for our copper. That is exciting to see this all balanced out finally, too. Blueprints, smelter 8, left and out. Oh no, pushed the wrong button again, darn it. I almost had it lined up too. Okay, that's lined up. Lined up. I don't know why I don't get the blue lines sometimes when I line everything up perfectly. Because I didn't line it up the right way. No, oh, it's just a different recipe, folks. Guess I don't get the blue lines when it's not the same. Nope, I don't get the blue lines here either. Alright, well, we'll just keep going. How's the weather in my area today? You know, it was fine this morning. It was a little chilly, but I haven't been outside most of the day, unfortunately. At 4 o'clock Eastern time here is when I wrap up the stream, and that's when my youngest gets off the bus, and so I'll be heading out there to pick him up off the bus stop and then hang out with him for the rest of the day, which is going to be fun. It's his night to make dinner. He's 7, and we've started cooking with him, and so he's going to make dinner tonight, and I'm going to help, and it should be a blast. Because he's not made a lot of meals yet, and he picked the meal for once. He wants to make this tater tot hot dish thing that I made, that my mom used to make when I was a kid. And he's super excited about trying to make it. And that has me super excited. I always like when my kids actually want to contribute and do things. Sometimes it feels like pulling teeth to get your kids to do anything. Mergers here and here. Oops. And then here. Here to here. And here to there. I live in Michigan. Just hop and a skip across the border. In the Metro Detroit area, to be more specific, I suppose. I'm gonna run this pole just to the other side of this. And then I'm gonna connect these up, and then we're gonna have to run some more power, or not power, but belts. Okay, can I connect to this over to the other side? And we need some recipes. Oh, this is a lot of smelters. Okay. They all yellow now, at least? They are all yellow, which means they've all got recipes. I just need a belt of copper ore. Just need the copper ore. Logistics, stackable conveyor. Let's stick one in around here. Used to visit your cousins on your mother's side, lived in Dearborn. Oh yeah, not too far away from me. I'm not quite that far down into Detroit, but you know, it's less than an hour's drive. Can we do it with just the 2 sets of poles? It looks like I can. Oh, exciting times. There goes all the beautiful copper. And then we're going to need to do the same thing on this side. So where did I do this? Here. 1, 2, 3. And I did it right here. Oh, there's a pole there. We'll skip one. Hopefully this is close enough still. Find out. Can't get a good lock. There we go. Why is that being silly? Oh, I know why it's being silly, because of the fact that it's not lined up exactly. That's fine. We'll let the goofiness happen on that end of the equation. Oh, we're gonna come up short. Okay. We'll put it right... No, wanted it back one. What's the best automobile museum in the Michigan area? Well, I mean, I would probably say the Henry Ford Museum is really cool. It's got more than just cars, but it's got a pretty significant section of the museum dedicated to not just cars, but manufacturing in general. But they have this huge area with cars of a lot of different brands. But what I liked about it is they also have quite a few of the presidential limousines and stuff there, which is really cool to see. Wow. I'm belting in 2 full belts of copper now, at least while it's backlogged, and I'm not building up a buffer. We might need even more copper eventually. This top line is backed up though. I must have forgot to connect some of these together somewhere. Right there. Did on the other side too. I'll have to come back. Okay. We're all hooked up on that side. Yeah, we went, gosh, I don't remember where it was now. We went somewhere for a family vacation a couple years ago, and we ended up going to the Corvette Museum, which is not in Michigan. It was further south, but that was really fun to go hang out there, and the kids really enjoyed it. They had a bunch of different stuff there to go and do and see. It's always fun to see how not only how stuff is made, but also they had a lot on how they do their testing and different things about it, which is just interesting. I am going to go check on the nuclear pasta again, and maybe we're going to start overclocking some of this stuff. 50. I've got another 100 or so of these to go. Or less than 100 now. Oh, I am already multiplying this. Oh, look at that. We've got almost enough to keep this machine running after it runs out here. Must have picked some of this up already. Where did it go? There it is, 31. So if I drop 4 of these in, I can double one of my setups here at least. I need more turbo motors. Turbo motors. Well, we got a whole bunch of them sitting in our inventory, believe it or not. So let's just max this out. Keep everything moving. I want to see if we can get this done. I don't think I can get enough of this stuff in the next 20 minutes, but we can get close. This is my biggest bottleneck, and we're catching up. I wonder if this will be better on the next run now that we've got the copper all sorted out. I want to get this knocked out, but I'm just counting here. Even with my output multiplier of ×2, it's not going fast enough. I could overclock it. How much power do I have on the grid? Why is the max consumption up there possible and the actual consumption was down here? I feel like we're getting closer and closer to having problems on our power grid now that I've got the factory up and running. You can see all these machines, now that we're processing so much more copper and iron, our usage just keeps going up here. We've got everything in the factory is coming alive now. Wow. I was about to overclock that nuclear Basta, but I don't know if we can afford to do that now. Is this thing increasing the power utilization? Oh my goodness. The summer sloops do increase the power consumption quite significantly. That's where all of our power is going. That's fine though. If I can get twice as many out of it, we'll get there that much faster. I've got 58 of these, so I need another 62. So that's not going to be the bottleneck. This one is. What happens if we do this? Let's see if I can kill the power grid completely. It won't start until the next one. I'm really curious what this will do to my power grid. So right now it's between 2,000 and 6,000 megawatts just to run this one machine. Maybe next episode we'll be putting in a bigger power grid. It sounds like it's gonna explode. Yeah, so technically we could exceed our power grid now, finally. Alright, we'll wait patiently. It's a 2-minute cycle on this thing, wow. I need a nuclear power plant. I do. I've got the technology. Maybe we'll spend an episode on figuring out nuclear power. we go. Oh my gosh, up to 20,000 megawatts this thing can go up to now. Yeah, we're on battery power and it's gonna get used up in 6 minutes, 3 minutes. Oh, no, we've made mistakes. We gotta slow it down a little bit. One of your power storage supplies is draining. Well, thanks for the notification there. It says I've got about 20 seconds left. 16 seconds left. I don't think I did it fast enough here. I want to run it at 200%. I should be able to handle that at least, right? Okay, our power grid has sort of recovered. We're still, oh, now we're on battery power again. I'm just fascinated to see if we can survive the peak of the particle accelerator and then recharge this again. Or if it's just gonna shut down. We'll find out in 30 seconds, I guess. It's got such a long cycle. And now we're charging again. Did the particle accelerator shut down? Is that what happened? Does it start over every time? Yeah, it does. Okay. I hope it didn't waste the material. So this was a bad idea. We're going to take those back out. And I'll let that run at the normal speed. Meanwhile, this will charge back up. And this is going to continue running at the speed it's running at, 12. So, yeah, I'm 60 short on there and a whole bunch short on this nuclear pasta. That's coming in at 2 a minute. That's coming at 1 a minute. All right, folks. Well, unfortunately, as hard as I tried, we didn't quite get this done in time. Not for lack of setup, though. We've got everything now in the works. We're crafting everything. It's just a matter of waiting for some more parts to get done here, and we just need to really ramp up our power system. And I think we could just use more materials too. We're now keeping up with the train. The train isn't keeping up with the base, so I need more cars of iron and copper to keep this base fully operational. Look in here just to see that we are... Oh, that's the limestone. I'm not too worried about that. Yeah, we are definitely keeping this stuff emptied out. And that's coming right up into these buffers, which are empty. Yeah, so I'm processing it as fast as it's coming in, faster than it's coming in. And I've got no buffer on the copper side, no buffer on the iron side. Yeah, that's our problem. All right. I am still very happy with our progress today. So let's take a moment here to consider what we need to knock out for next episode. I need all of this stuff still on the train. We have phase 4 manufacturing is done. So we just need to do phase 4 launch to space elevator, which is not going to be a problem. And then I need nuclear power. That will be a fun focus for the episode. What does... Oops, I'm pushing all the wrong buttons. What does a nuclear power setup look like, though? I don't even know. Power... Nuclear power plant. Consumes nuclear fuel rods and water to produce electricity for the grid. Produces nuclear waste, which is extracted via the conveyor belt output. Always generates power at the set clock speed. Shuts down if fuel requirements are not met. Okay. And that's going to produce a lot of power. I mean, I have multiple refinery lines set up. I could just create more fuel power, but where's the fun in that? We've got to test all this stuff. So if I need a nuclear fuel rods, what does that look like? Plutonium produces out of that, or uranium. Moderately, highly. The plutonium cells are made out of stuff that I think I need to make, yeah, in the accelerator. This uses uranium waste, though, so that might be a good way to get rid of the waste. That's plutonium, and that uses those accelerators. Does uranium not use those? Hang on. Rod. Uranium fuel rod. That uses these. And that is just raw uranium. And I can encase it with sulfuric acid. There's some alternative recipes that I don't have yet. Maybe I'll do a little bit of hard drive hunting off camera tonight, just see if we can get a couple more recipes unlocked, because I don't have the alternates for the uranium or the plutonium, and I'm kind of curious what they are. I can look them up online. These were... going to use the waste and the waste. So it looks like in order to make plutonium, I need to make uranium first. So no matter what, we're going to be making uranium. The problem with uranium is it's radioactive. And I think I've got some like right up here too. Maybe not. I got some on the ground right up here. Well, wow. 1,000, 1,200. It's a little ways away. I guess we have a belt that goes that far. So we've probably got some uranium somewhere over here just past the aluminum. That's not too bad. I was thinking we'd have some right here since it's all over the ground, but not so much. I just want to see how far away it is, because if it's not that far, maybe we'll just check it out. Maybe we'll... What do I got? I got 5 minutes. Let me see where this is at. Somewhere over here. 500. It's probably on this thing with the jumping spider and all the poisonous gas. That'd make a lot of sense, wouldn't it? Oh, nope, it's gonna be past it. Oh, it's gonna be down below. Somewhere down there. $300 that way. Wait. Or have I missed it? 300 meters, it's below me. Hang on, folks, we're gonna jump down there. Maybe not that far down there. It's in a cave, isn't it? I'm wasting my time. $200 meters. $100 meters. It's in a cave. Somewhere right on the other side of this wall. Well, it looks like we're going to do a little bit of adventuring and see if we can figure out where the easiest to access uranium node is for tomorrow's episode. We'll get some uranium going. We'll get some nuclear power set up and running somewhere. I feel like nuclear power is going to take a lot of space. But that is where we're going to wrap things up for today, I think. And we will be back tomorrow with another fun-filled afternoon of Satisfactory. And we'll play with nuclear power. And we'll launch, obviously, Phase 4 and get it done. Finally, I'm so excited. We've been working on this for, I feel like, a whole week and a half. We've been stuck trying to get the stuff necessary for Phase 4. But, yeah, I'll stop rambling. We'll wrap this up, and I'll talk to you tomorrow, hopefully. That's all for today. Kedrick, out.